everybody. I don't know why I do this when the camera. I try to be like sultry.
It sounds a little. Tap on it.
Sounds what?
Tap on it. Yeah, that's it. I think it needs to be a little louder.
That's fine. Here we go, everybody. We're going to start in 2 seconds. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tellman and Fellman Show, episode 64.
That's right.
In binary, that would be 0001, I think. Is that right? Or 1000?
I don't know binary, dude. That's not how I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look how crooked my teeth were for a second. Anyway, hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 64. We're going to talk about what's working right now. I'm going to read our self-intro, I think, in a second, which we've already typed out into the description. But it's the Tellman and Fellman Show. My name is Harris Fellman, and over there,
I'm Tellman Knudsen. We are on episode 64 of the most miraculous marketing talk show on the internet, the Tellman and Fellman Show. And yeah, today we're going to talk about a wide variety of topics, actually. Not only what's working for us, but we would love to hear about what's working for you. If there are any daring viewers that want to join us live, we are going to keep this show to 45 minutes or less today. So if you want to join us live, get on it in the first few minutes of the show. Send us a message on Facebook, a comment, but more specifically, a message on Messenger to Tellman Knudsen or Harris Fellman, to our personal profiles, and let us know. And especially if we already know you, we'll give you a link. If we don't know you, then be convincing, be cool. And you can totally join us.
Don't be a psycho.
Yeah, don't be, or at least if you are, be an entertaining one, please.
No, well, that's easy for psychos.
Just send us a DM, a direct message on Facebook Messenger, and we'll see that more easily and more certainly. And we can get you a backdoor link into the studio to jump in and either ask a question or to share what's working for you right now as an entrepreneur and a marketer, right?
So we're gonna talk about that, and even as maybe a little bit even as a person. So because Tellman and I are both doing something that is helping us as people. Human. We are also people. We are people. Just like
other people.
That movie. I was gonna say, what was that old movie where the food ended up being people, and it's like,
we're gonna get into cannibalism this early in the morning.
Well, it made me anyway. Maybe. I mean, what better time than early in the morning? Anyway,
I'm having a human smoothie right now.
I feel like switching cameras. What? Oh, okay. I feel like switching
human smoothie. You called me out.
Oh, gross. I mean, as long as it's your family. I don't know. Anyway, so anyway, man, this high def iPhone, I really, I feel like I've been set up, Tellman. I said, should I go shave? And you were like, no, you're fine. And I'm like, oh,
you're fine. You're fine.
Look at this, guys. Anyway, hey, forget about it. Sal is in the house.
That's right. You got testosterone growing right out of your face.
The funny thing is I shaved an hour ago. I mean, this is insane.
Right. No, but there are guys like that. I remember there are a couple guys in the marketing crew that are like that. I remember like going to seminars and like seeing them in the morning, and they would work shaving. And then like Mike Lovitch, I think, is one of those guys.
Is he Italian? I think all Italians.
Yeah, like their hair is growing so fast, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to read this to see what we're promising, and then we'll see if we can do that. So that's right. What's working right now, in all seriousness, what's working right now for you? We've got a few pretty cool things on the burner to share about what's rolling in the right direction. Oh, this is fun.
Right.
Want to join us to ask a question? Send us a DM on Facebook right now, just like Tellman said earlier, and we'll see. He's the one that typed this. We'll give you a link to jump into the live stream and join us on episode 64 of the Tellman and Fellman Show. Anyway, so let's talk about it. Look, I want to talk about 75 Hard a little bit. So we've been doing Tellman and I both have been doing 75 Hard. Apparently, I haven't been. I put, but I will. I'm gonna call you out on something as well, just so you know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go. I put non-sugar sweetener in my drink sometimes. I'm sorry, non-sugar drink mix, and that is I did not know until day 35 that is not supposed to do it, and I'm deciding I should start over, and I'm not according to the rules, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to, because
I don't agree that you should start over. I don't feel the same. And the reason I don't feel the same is because, first of all, it's explicitly stated when you opt in for 75 Hard and you read the page that it doesn't cost anything. It costs nothing to do 75 Hard. It's a free thing. But if you want, you can read the book. And if you want, you can use the app. And
I have the app.
Hold on. But like, nowhere is there a definitive one-pager that states with clarity the rules and the sub-rules of 75 Hard. However,
Right.
if you slowly listen to half a dozen podcasts, read the entire book, and who knows, and you'll hear what Andy says over time as far as the fine-tuning, as far as like what he happens to believe at the time that he said it. And drinking a gallon of water every day is the rule.
Plain water. But it doesn't say plain water on. I don't think I could look, but if I did, it went over my head, because I'm like, well, I'm not putting any sugar in it. I'm not having candy, but I am flavoring my water a little bit. So,
Okay.
but anyway, I'm not going to start over. I will start only drinking plain water now. I mean, that'll be good for me to even know the difference, and I can have an asterisk next to it. And if anybody asks me, if anybody that gets through it and says, "Did you really do it?" and I'll be like, "Well, the first 35 days, I didn't know that I wasn't able to do that. So you do what you do with that what you will." So the thing I was going to call you out on is I talked to you about this earlier, and let's have this agreement, this discussion. I believe that it says that the diet that you choose cannot have a cheat day. I mean, obviously you cannot cheat on the diet that you choose, but I believe also that it's saying you can't choose a diet that gives you a cheat day. And I think the diet that you have with fatty liver gives you a cheat day, but maybe it's just cheating off of like the specific foods, but it's not saying, hey, it's okay to have a pie. I think that's more the intention of not a cheat day. You're still having, specific, like maybe you can have red meat one day, but for fatty liver 6 days a week you're not, and that's a cheat. You know what I mean? Like it's still a clean, lean food.
Well, so every diet has different parameters as outlined by the creator of said diet, right? The good news is that I happen to be working on a collaborative project with the author of this book, so I talk to him every few days, right?
So the intention of the diet 100%.
AKA Jonathan Mizell, legendary internet marketer and fatty liver expert, right? And so
shouldn't it be skinny liver?
Healthy liver. I mean, the condition is fatty liver, right? So that's the condition we're getting rid of. So
what is the cheat day?
I'm just trying to remember what the details are, but my belief is that you can't cheat on the diet. There's no cheating on the diet. You have to follow diet. Okay, whatever the rules of the diet are, you got to follow the diet. Follow the rules. Okay. And some diets, I mean, there's so many diets. Some diets allow you to eat chocolate chip cookies.
Right, okay? But he specifically says no on that on the podcast that I listened to.
Well,
literally not one chocolate chip. Literally, this is
on
like
his diet. Yeah,
no,
on his diet, literally not one chocolate chip, but not on any diet.
No, I'm just telling you that yes, that's how I heard it.
Okay, well, maybe it would be worth both of us revisiting. Are you talking about the podcast where on the thank you page?
Yeah, the podcast on the thank you page, and then he puts it together with the phase 1, phase 2 now, phase 0, phase 1. But I only really listen to the phase 0, to be honest.
What do you mean when you say he puts it together?
He made another. So there was an original podcast number, whatever. early on that talked about phase 0.
Yeah,
and then
it was
later,
like 63 or something. Yeah.
And then he did another one for phase 1. And then instead of sending people to 2 podcasts, he made a podcast where he introed it and put the 2 together and introed in the middle, whatever, and made a long podcast with both. So I'm just saying,
what I'm saying is, where do I find it? Where do I find
on the thank you page, on the thank you page. But
Okay,
also
cool.
you can ask ChatGPT.
We all know about we don't know all about Chat GPT and its liberties, it doesn't.
You can push in and I mean it will tell you.
Ask it to write a biography of your life, and you'll see how many liberties it takes, Harris.
Sure.
It makes up stuff that sound great and believable that are complete fabrications on a regular basis.
So fine. We'll do whatever you want to do but anyway, what is the cheat on the diet? Are you allowed to eat chocolate chips on the fatty liver diet?
Oh, no. I mean, are you allowed to eat chocolate chips? I mean, the way he outlines it is he talks about foods that are really good for your liver, for healing the liver, for detoxing the liver, and he also talks about foods that are really bad for your liver. And he's basically like, look, depending on if you're diet, and I'm taking the diet because I like it's basically a whole foods vegetarian diet for the most part, right? And it's like, if you're gonna eat meat, if you're, it specifically says, if you're a normal person, even if you're exercising up to 45 minutes a day, you probably don't need nearly as much protein as you think you do, and you can probably get everything you need out of beans. But if you're like a serious athlete, or you're exercising more than 45 minutes every day, you might want to consider more protein, right? And so the diet doesn't say no meat.
Okay.
And it doesn't say no cheese.
Yeah.
What it says is that eating a bunch of garbage meat kills your liver, and eating a bunch of garbage cheese kills your liver because of all the toxins that go into into modern dairy and the modern meat industry, unless you're eating clean meat. And so I'm eating very little meat. I normally eat meat twice a day, and lots of it. I'm eating very little meat. Most of the time when I eat meat, it's meals with my kids, right? Because fortunately my girlfriend is vegetarian, mostly vegan, and so I've just kind of shifted my diet over to be.
One of my friends just gave me a really hard time about not being vegetarian. He's vegetarian for a while. He sent me a couple documentaries. I'm like, I'm not going to watch them. I'm eating meat right now.
Your friend needs to start talking to people who are asking about becoming a vegetarian instead of giving people shit.
I am a little. He's an ethical vegetarian, not just a health health reasons. And I don't want to. I guess if it's a shitty attitude. But I'd rather keep my head in the sand until I can figure out. Like I think I will become a vegetarian, but I've tried a couple times, and the amount of protein that my diet asks for is really challenging.
Right.
With
my buddy Carrie Sullivan. I actually met Carrie at Dr. Richard Bandler NLP training back in the day. Carrie was a pro triathlete for about 10 years, and also has celiac, and also was mostly raw vegan that entire time, and jacked, without like taking steroids or anything. So like, it can be done, right? You can eat healthy, and you can be in super good shape and be
I just need to get a personal trainer or a nutritionist to help me formulate what my goals are. Anyway, so let's talk about what's working for me with 75 Hard. What's working is it's really caused me to schedule my day. I've become a little bit of an asshole sometimes because I'm like, nope, gotta go, or let's stay on this, and this is my time for it, whether you like it or not. But that's
whether I like it or not.
Whether you like it or not. That is what my therapist called a few years ago advocating for myself. Like, I let people walk all over me, or I let shiny object syndrome walk all over me, or whatever it might be. So 75 Hard, I know that's one of the nice side benefits of it, and that's working for me to a degree. I'm getting a lot done for Warrior Plus, not as much as I'd like. That's my main source of income. I get a little bit done for my company that's on the ropes, traffic for me. I get some done with you. And now I've also started, getting a little bit of time eked out on the schedule to work on magic, which is a passion of mine. And I've been working on a specific magic trick that I do want to show you if you want to see it in a couple of minutes. You want to?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's fire it up.
I know you didn't know we were going to do this, but I've been working on it.
I think earlier, and then you were setting something up in the background.
It's just a table. Yeah, it's just a table, but we haven't we didn't plan anything or set anything up. So and I'm really excited about the 75-day challenge that I want to do mostly for myself, but I think that I've gotten a lot out of 75 hard accountability with all of you guys. And the other thing that's working for me, speaking of accountability, is I joined something. Well, I haven't paid yet. Today I will have to pay. I joined something called Flow Club, flow.club, to check it out. And the heck, if they don't have even an affiliate program, it's a real bummer. Like, I could bring them 100 people. It's basically a work party, what you call a work party. But it's a group of up to 10 people. I can now be a host because I've done 10 of them. So I can host a work party. And I'm going to be doing this for members of Warrior Plus. I'm already doing a work party. I'm actually co-working session. I won't call it a work party because I think that's
that's my term, Harris.
Exactly. I won't call it a work party.
Tellman trademarked.
I will not take your trademark. I'm just, for other people, you will be calling it a work party when you do it. And we do that, and we get a decent amount done during that. We also start our show off scheduled. Obviously, we try to do it every day at 9 a.m. So all those things have been like, it's I don't know, accountability with strangers. It still works. I schedule a time to show up, and I can see some of them are getting to know each other. They're like, "Oh, hey, Mark, it's good to have you back."
Right.
Apparently, they're from Transylvania. I don't know.
Nice.
That was my look. We have one co-working person. Two. Okay,
that's right.
Anybody? Nobody? Sesame Street. Okay. Anyway, so what about you? What are your thoughts there? And what are you kind of? And by the way, that was meant to give something that people can also get used for their own productivity. There, there's Flow Mates, there's Flow Club, there's, I'll probably be doing one with Warrior. Tellman might be doing one with one of his projects coming up in the near future, etc. So, and I'll probably be doing it with 75 Heart for creative people.
I've just seen, this has been true with me personally. I've had times where we've had as many as 40 employees. I've had, half a dozen team members, 2 or 3 team members, been a one-man show many times. And I've always been most productive when I spend more time working with colleagues, whether they're strategic partners in business or whether they're employees or other team members, where we're actively working together on a project and making it happen, getting the work done. And in the last few years, especially during COVID, I started doing these work parties with various people that I have been working with, and we've started to see them pop up around in other places. And we've done a little bit of this with some of my customers and students and clients. What I'm finding both in the personal development space and in the internet marketing entrepreneur space is that I think less and less are people interested in the new home study course and the new coaching program, though there are trends that are hitting, like AI is still trending pretty hard, that people are gravitating toward. I think that information is so readily available and so inexpensive. You can learn everything on YouTube now. Everything that isn't like top secret government classified, you can basically learn for free on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, and some of that's, you could probably get some top secret classified, but you just don't know if you should believe it or not.
Right. And
but the problem with YouTube is that, and unfortunately, this is also the problem with paid courses, is you don't know if the YouTube video that you're watching is good. If you don't know, you don't know.
Unless you have absolute certainty that the teacher is on point and you have full trust in them, and you've talked to them, whatever. You don't really know. That's true. You still have to go out there and try to implement whatever you learn yourself, and you're going to have varying results depending on how hard you try and how good a job you do and how much you practice and all this stuff. But
actually, I used YouTube for this magic trick that I'm going to do for you. I have a book called Stars of Magic. I didn't like the method, so I went to YouTube to find a different method, and I knew of another. I know of 3 or 4 methods to do the trick. And I knew of one that I wanted to go remind myself of. I found it on YouTube. They didn't have to teach me how to do it because I knew the method. And then,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, and then I went and looked for another specific, because I know the name of the trick. I'm not going to tell you the name of the trick. So I mean, I can teach you how to do it if you ever wanted to. You won't be able to. It's I'm too. You need fairy dust, and you don't have that in Vermont.
Oh, dude, we've got plenty of fairy dust in Vermont.
Yeah, I'm sure. Bernie.
So here's the thing. So check it out. So this is actually a good example because it ties back into 75 hard. So one of the things that I'm doing for my 75 hard workouts is all days I'm running for one of my workouts, and I've shifted to most days I'm doing hard yoga for my second workout, or at least
hard yoga.
Yeah, for me, it's hard.
You're going to have to tell everybody what hard yoga means. And please,
very, very painful yoga. And
hard for you, but deep maybe after a year it won't be.
Hopefully, deep stretches, lots of pain, lots of sweating, and they're 45. They have to be 45-minute or longer sessions. And so what I did was I went to YouTube and on my phone, and I typed in 45-minute yoga, and there were dozens of 45-minute yoga sessions. And so I've been watching them, and most of them I don't like, right? Most of them are either by 19-year-old women that do not have anything closely resembling my body, that I can't even come close to that level of flexibility or keeping up. Or they're just inexperienced, dumb. I don't like their style, whatever. But there are a few.
Their booty shorts are too distracting.
Yeah, or whatever, but there are a few yoga teachers that I'm like, oh, I like this person's vibe. This isn't weird. It's at my level, right? And I joined one of their websites for $15 a month because I watched several of this woman's videos, and it was just I had a good experience with it. And so
have you run across? There's a guy that I've done some yoga with. He's kind of in his mid-40s, and he usually just has a mat outside his house at the front of it. Have you seen this? Does it sound familiar to you?
It doesn't, but I'll happily take any recommendations.
Yeah, I'll check it out and see.
Yeah.
It might not be hard enough for you. I don't know. It was kind of beginner.
But also variations also good. Just to check it out. It's hard, but not outside of your range. Whatever it is you're doing. And so one of the biggest pieces is that the information is there, and if you want to pay for it, what you're going to get is organized, structured information. How good is it going to be? That depends on the teacher and and the creator of the course or the training program. But the next piece, aside from paying for organized, structured information, so you don't have to spend all the time sifting through it on YouTube and the internet, is accountability and community. And I think that people, my experience, maybe I'm just seeing this through my own lens, but my experience is that people are talking about accountability. I have other people bringing up the word accountability and talking about how they need it and they want it and they need someone or something to stay on track and not to constantly be sitting in their own little bubble at home getting distracted all day long for years on end. People are just
maybe this is a result of more people doing remote work. Maybe it's a result of so many great distractions available on the thing that they're trying to work on.
I think it's called opportunity overload. Okay, there are just way too many. So we're distracted, but there's just way too many opportunities, and people are outsourcing the responsibility for deciding their own path and what they want to create in their life to the half dozen or 100 opportunities that are flashing before their eyes every day. And so they end up following other people's dreams instead of having any idea what their own are. And so I've been finding this with a lot of my hypnosis clients, talking about what they want to achieve. A lot of people, they literally don't know. And they're like, well, I went through this, I bought this course. I'm like, well, that's cool. But like, is that what you want to achieve? Or is that just a course you bought? And in most cases, it's a course they bought, right? And so anyway, what's working is getting together with like-minded people and working your ass off with accountability partners and teams, right? So I don't know. I see some of these platforms with crappy affiliate programs and poor sales processes, and I'm like, maybe that's a good SaaS to start.
So let me do the magic trick, and then let's talk about, you were doing something for your hypnosis business that I think
we did some cool hypnosis stuff. Let me should I put you as a solo or
no? You need to be in it. You need to be in it.
Okay. Is this good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
Let's do this. Let's see my shitty house. Can you hear me okay? Oh, I found this. This is free.
Harris, you're definitely getting trimmer.
Maybe.
No, you definitely are.
All right.
75 hard is working.
Okay. I'm also holding my stomach in.
Hold it in.
Anyway,
Hold it in.
I'd rather you focus on this. You can see that pretty well, though. Okay, so let's see. I'll do it. So the problem is you're not here. Usually, I would have you shuffle. So I don't know. How do you shuffle? How to ripple shuffle, Tellman?
Yeah. Just do it. Just
this.
I'm shuffling right now. Just do your thing. Just
shuffle.
You know
how to do this?
Yeah. I'll do that. Right.
Okay, that's a Tellman shuffle.
It's a Tellman shuffle.
And then this is me shuffling. Okay, so basically, I just want to show that. So just to be clear, you shuffled, right?
I did.
Okay, great. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since you shuffled, what?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. I mean, I'm going to show you. Oh, by the way, instead of showing you card like this and saying pick one, first of all, you're not actually here, so that's not going to work. But secondly, I don't want you to pick something random. I want you to pick something that you like. So I'm going to turn away so I don't know what it is. And you're going to stop me when you see one that you like well enough. Don't wait for a specific one, though. We'll be here all day.
Stop. Wait, you didn't stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said fuck. I thought you didn't like my instructions.
No, stop, but I need to see it closer because you're far away. Okay.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. So this one here.
Yep.
Okay. So let me get it in here. Okay. So I just want you to see that I'm putting it like somewhere in the middle. You can see that it's actually going in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And then what we'll do is we'll try to lose it a little bit like that. Maybe we'll lose it a little bit more like this, like that. And then I'm going to do something absolutely crazy. I'm going to take about half of the cards and put them face up and half of the cards face down. Okay. And I am going to mix them in. You can see that that's happening, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix them in there, and you can see that these are all face up, and I cut my finger yesterday, so it makes it tough. These are all face down. You see that there? Okay, so then we're really pushing them in. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Great. So we're gonna just to show you, some are face up, some are face down. They're all a mishmash of whatever's, right? So like no matter where you cut, you don't know what you're going to get. You get some that are face up, some that are face down. Oh, look, sometimes they even face each other. The bottom, is whatever way it's facing. And then That's it. That's a pretty good shuffle, right? It's all mixed up pretty well. I shouldn't possibly be able to know where your card is or even what direction it is, right?
Shouldn't be able to know.
Yeah. You haven't seen it in all of these flashes, right?
I don't believe that I have, no.
Okay, you remember what your card was?
I do.
Okay. Would it be absolutely crazy if I did a little bit of magic? Oh, look at that. I have a magic wand.
Oh.
Right there.
Convenient.
It's my size. It's a little tiny magic wand. This makes me, I use this on Tinder, so I look like a tall person. You see how? Okay. Anyway, we go, say a magic word for me.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra. Boom. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if I turn this over and the one card that you're thinking of, your card, is the only one facing up?
Oh, it would be astonishing.
Okay. This isn't your card, right?
No.
No, that's not actually what I meant. What I meant was it would be the only card facing up. You see this right here? Yeah. They're all facing one way and your card's facing the other way.
Oh, is it? Is it?
What was your card?
Jack of clubs.
You sure it's not the 10 of diamonds?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, shit. I don't know how that's possible, but the Jack of clubs is way over here.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh,
we won't be using this one anywhere on Instagram.
Awesome.
Oh, well. But they still all got organized, and I just got the wrong card. So.
You know, Harris, this is great, and I want to explain why. So, what just happened is, I mean, how many years ago did you start working toward performing magic?
5.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 5 years. And you perform, you go and you do comedy magic shows on a regular basis. You perform out. We're streaming live right now without a net. And you're like, I'm gonna do this show or this magic trick, and you just did the trick. You just did the trick, and it didn't work, and everything's okay.
Oh yeah,
nothing.
I mean, it wouldn't be a lot. Some magicians, it wouldn't be okay. I'm going to go back and find out first of all if your memory is that horrible.
You should, and you can double check.
Second, which I don't think it is. And then secondly, I want to see where I messed up because I don't know how I could have messed up.
But that's the thing. It's not about magicians. Most people wouldn't go live to begin with because of fear of screwing up.
Yeah. Most people wouldn't go live with their beard looking like this. I need to anyway. That's what's bothering me more.
You just illustrated a great thing that I think guys, if you're worried about screwing up and going live and looking like an idiot and it destroying you, like, don't. Honestly, do it for the practice and learn from the result that you get. Practice, learn. Practice, learn. Practice, learn. That's what it means to be an entrepreneur. That's how you do stuff, right? So I just wanted to commend you on trying a trick that you weren't 100% on and like not freaking out about it. Like, seriously, really, really, really good. And that feeling or the fear of that type of thing happening holds most people back from ever even turning on the camera, you know?
Sure.
So where are we going from here?
Well, what's working for you? We've only got about 10 more minutes. Do we want to talk about that, or do we want to talk about something that you and I have coming up that we're excited about? Why don't we? I think it'd be good to share the what's going on for what you've discovered with your hypnosis business recently.
Yeah. So I decided to do something interesting, and it's in the early stages of it. So we're kind of in the discovery process, but generally speaking, I only do a few live hypnosis sessions per year, right? Usually once a year, I do a promo where I do a deep discount on hypnosis sessions and do them for $497. And usually they all fill up, and I do a handful of sessions, and that's fine. And then sometimes if like a friend or a family member, somebody that's really struggling with something, wants to do hypnosis over the course of a year or whatever, I will. But I haven't really worked with too many clients clinically, in a long time. And normally,
How long?
well, as I said, every year I do about half dozen sessions or something. But I don't normally have long-term hypnosis clients. Normally, what happens is people join my group programs, or I do take on marketing advisory clients, but it's kind of a different structure, right? And
Okay.
so I found that my email list, which I've had for many, many, many years, are mostly money mindset oriented people. They weren't really interested in buying a lot of the things that I was offering them, right? Because I've been launching new products about marketing and different things like this more than new hypnosis programs and more mindset programs. And I decided to do an experiment to see how it worked. And it worked really, really, really well, especially phase one here. And the experiment was I will offer you a private hypnosis session on Zoom, one-on-one, where we'll work on your single biggest problem, your single biggest challenge, your single biggest obstacle that's holding you back from achieving success in the area that you're trying to be successful in. Or we can help you enhance, to improve, to increase any skill or ability to help you become world class, much, much better at the skill or ability. And what I found were twofold. First of all, and then I said, pay what the transformation is worth to you, rather than charging you my normal hourly rates of $1,000 an hour, occasionally $500 an hour at a discount. You're going to decide how much the session and the transformation is worth to you, right? And so what happened was there was a series of people who went ahead, and Harris has returned. It's okay.
I mean, I do have to go to the bathroom, but that was an accident. I wouldn't do it.
Sorry. I'm sorry you had an accident when you had to go to the bathroom. So I put it out there on social and out to my email list. And I had a ton of people jump on a hypnosis session to pay what for what it's worth to them, right? And this is and I had no minimum limit on the pay what you want price. Okay, I had no minimum limit, and I did add a check mark, a bump offer for the Wealth Hypnosis Workshop, which I've been selling for many years for $29.95.
I guess I will go to the bathroom because I know all this, so I'll be right back.
All right. You go to the bathroom. And so what happened was I got a ton of people that signed up for hypnosis sessions. Almost everyone, not everyone, almost everyone wanted money mindset help and or overcoming procrastination, getting into action, and figuring out what their goals were, figuring out what direction they want to go. Because I found that a lot of people are unclear about the real direction that they want to go. And so I've been doing 2, sometimes 3 hypnosis sessions a day with new clients. And some of those new clients are wanting to continue long-term and become long-term clients. And so we're creating some different packages and some different programs for people that want to do this. But the interesting part is that, in the direct response marketing community, so many people try to get people to register for a webinar and then get people on a strategy session to do a high ticket sale of something, or they get people to buy a low ticket product, bring them through the upsell process in order to maximize average order value on checkout, and then hopefully once people buy the low ticket product, they ascend to a strategy session and then they go into the high ticket sale. But the challenge is that most of the markets that are out there that have been pillaged by marketers are aware of the breakthrough session, are aware of the strategy session, and are fully aware that it's a sales pitch. And so if you try to hide the fact that it's a sales pitch, you have a very low show up rate, right? Because people know, right? They want the benefit of whatever they're going to get, but they don't want to be pitched at, right? They don't want to be sold to.
Especially in our market, especially not in the hypnosis, in the marketers market, internet marketers, digital marketers. They're pretty.
My market is the money mindset market, and I happen to be using hypnosis. And the money mindset market is not that far away from BizOp.
Okay.
Really. They are definitely aware.
Yeah, I mean, personal development has always been like, whatever, 6 to 8 months behind trend of whatever's going on in internet marketing or BizOp.
Right.
So
what's up?
No, go ahead. I have a thought, but
so what's interesting about this is that first of all, if you are struggling to make sales of your info products, but you know that you have the ability to help people, and if you're struggling to move to that high ticket back end environment because people aren't signing up to for strategy sessions or whatever word you call them, and if they do sign up, they aren't filling out their intake forms. If they're not filling out their intake forms, or if they do fill out the intake forms, then they're not showing up to the session. If you have no shows, I've had 100% show up rate on my hypnosis sessions, I must say. And people paid for them. And so instead, if you have more time available than you have money, I would encourage you to start selling consultation time. Okay, whether or not you do it as pay what you think it's worth. I mean, it would be worth you risking that to see what would happen, because you're going to see what people are naturally inclined to pay and the value that you're naturally inclined to deliver. And you're going to have a bunch of real people coming to you with real problems that you're going to really need to solve. Whether you're a therapist,
right, that's helpful survey. That's helpful survey information, and you're getting it live.
You're really good. Yeah. So I'm really getting to know. I'm really getting to re-know my customers and my audience and my clients, because I haven't spent a lot of in-person time with a lot of these folks in a long time. And
so, Tellman, this is a perfect segue to something else that I wanted to talk about, but it might not be the segue in a way that you expect. We've talked about this. We're coming out with we're going to do a workshop for automatic audience, and we've decided to price it at $37. And we discussed even maybe doing the pay what you want, and you said, yeah, maybe we could test it. I mean, and I actually I firmly believe that we should do it, either test it or do it, because first of all, we're going to do the workshop anyway. I want to do the workshop. We're putting them in a funnel when they get the workshop. So if they're like, and by the way, you don't have to pay what you want. I mean, I did this with Flo Kunle, where we did a workshop, and it was pretty cheap. It was cheaper than 37. It might have been 27. But I would even advocate, like, why not do it for 7, or why not do it for pay what you want? Just to pay what you want removes the barrier of it. And quite frankly, plenty of people, I'm going to tell you, if we said it's free, we're not quite getting the right people, maybe. But at least we'd have a bunch of people, you know, and 25% would show up. If we have them pay a low amount, probably going to be the same darn thing, man. I mean, people, even if people paid 7 or 27 or $37 or paid what they want, they still might not show up. They're just going to be happy to get the recorded workshop, which we need to create anyway. And so, anyway, I've now become, now you've convinced me, Tellman, with the stuff that you've done for hypnosis, that why not? Like, really.
There is one reason. There is one reason why not, because this isn't my first rodeo doing pay what you want or name your own price. Okay. I've done this several times over the years, and I'm usually frustrated by it. And I'll tell you why. One would think that it removes the barrier. I keep thinking this, and I keep being wrong. Okay. So my sales letters, sales pages, and VSLs that sell low ticket, under, let's call it 37 and under for argument's sake, consistently convert better than pay what you want. And why is this? The reason is because pay what you want actually creates a much bigger barrier. And the barrier that it creates is it makes the reader, the viewer, the client, the customer stop and think.
Oh no.
No, but that's why. It's no
How about
longer
multiple choice? Have you ever tried multiple choice?
what I haven't done is I haven't tried multiple choice on price, and I think there's maybe only one cart that even does this naturally. I haven't done like a sliding scale bar, which I feel like a sliding scale bar integrated into some of the pay what you want carts would be probably a conversion increaser, I expect. And so there are other things to try, but my experience is that it slows down the order process.
So how did you get it to work with the hypnosis thing recently?
Well, I did sell a bunch, but I didn't sell as many as I intended, right? The front end conversion, I mean, I could go look what the average conversion is, I think. Maybe I don't have the numbers on that. What I can say is that
You have a sneaking suspicion that if you charged 99 for that, you would have sold more.
Well, here's what I was going for. Okay, here's what I was going for. I was trying to create, and I did. I was trying to create a private call between me and the client that they would absolutely show up for. Okay? And that was the goal, and they did. So in this case, I was selling my time, and it was a private session at a deep discount. Like it really created value and creates value because my time is limited and everybody knows it, right? Like, so selling an info product or a workshop is not as valuable, right? Everybody, it's a one to many, one to many live or one to many recorded. It's not as urgent. It's not as important to be there. And so, yeah, so that's the long and short of it. And I'm going to be building several new versions of this funnel that are much more, where I'm learning from what has and hasn't worked, and continue to work with a lot more clients this year is what hypnosis clients is what I'm expecting. And so the focus is helping entrepreneurs break through their financial glass ceiling to catapult past their current income plateau and simply break through any money blocks or challenges that they have that are preventing them from moving up to the next tier in their income, in their personal income or their business. So that's where the focus is, and it's really cool to be able to.
You mentioned a minute ago also the idea that your time is limited,
Right.
and that is a piece of it. Speaking of our
Right.
time being limited,
our time is limited. So look, we were trying to talk about the workshop a little bit and kind of slipped back into hypnosis. So
that's okay. No, I think that's fine. Let's honor that we tried to end this now, and we can do that another time. We can get back
talk
on
about the workshop more later. All
another
right, well,
time.
guys,
We've got plenty. Let's hold each other to the accountability of trying to keep this, at the top of the hour, which we're just a couple minutes over. And how do people get more Tellman and Fellman show?
Oh, that's a great question, really. So, guys, Tellman and Fellman Show, if you want access to every single one of our previous episodes, this is episode 64. If you want links and access to all of our previous episodes, then go ahead and go to tellmanandfellman.com. You want to put in your name, your email, and your phone number. Join our email list. We'll give you access to a Google Doc with all the links to all of our previous episodes, and we'll give you updates for future episodes. So definitely go check out tellmanandfellman.com if you're a Tellman and Fellman Show fan.
And if you don't get something from us, because the emails were wonky at first and they didn't all go out or everybody didn't get in, you can write to support@tellmanandfellman.com. You don't have to put that up, but support@tellmanandfellman, and that'll go directly to me, and I'll get it. And I'll say, hey, let me add you to the list manually and get you that list of shows. And yeah, anyway, so that's it. I just
rock and roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it. I feel like that was a pretty good, good bit of information for everybody. And yeah, we'd love to hear what's working for you, and we'd love to have you on the show if you're an internet digital marketer at all, digital entrepreneur. Yeah, we want to talk to you.
Yeah, go ahead and reach out in the comments, and then shoot us a direct message, and we'd love to have a chat. All right, guys, enjoy the day.
Thanks, everybody.